Most biological systems, if they're not disturbed to any great extent, will move towards a state of equilibrium. That's what happens in grassland ecosystems. Carbon stays relatively constant. Beef cattle in grassland systems, they play a really important role as that keystone species, utilizing the forage and that grows naturally, which promotes the growth of and reproduction of the plants themselves. Right now, that's the only food that we produce from those grassland systems. Cattle are unique in that we have not really altered the environment. Our native grasslands, the cattle are in an environment that's been pretty constant for millennia. You've heard about food chains and how things interact. There's food chains in the soil. Even when I was talking about the grassland systems, I didn't want to imply that carbon's not broken down in those systems. The difference is it's a balance between the amount of carbon that's deposited and the amount of carbon that's emitted. Those microbes still have a level of activity, but that balance is close to zero. If we start to cultivate up that grassland and we plant it to canola, or we plant it to corn, or we convert that land into acreages, or we pave it over and make it into a highway, then the amount that's emitted exceeds the amount that's deposited. We basically wake those microbes up and make that carbon available that's in the soil, and the microbes start to break down that carbon and release it as carbon dioxide.